One of the most common questions with government jobs is how long is it going to take me? Why am I still waiting? When am I going to get my government job? And the answer usually is, it depends, there's no telling, but I'm going to give you a little bit more than that today. So we're going to review 10 people's timelines from the time they applied for a government job until their EOD, which stands for Entrance on Duty, which means it's their first day. Now, these people work at different agencies, different positions. There's a lot of variables, right? But I want you to get an idea on how someone's journey usually goes. And at the end, we'll take the average of it and then I'll give you a solid answer. So let's get into the first position. And that is a 0341 Administrative Officer, GS11 at the DoD with a total time of 4 months and 1 week. Next is a 0301 Administrative Manager, GS11 at NASA with a total time of 5 months and 2 weeks. Next is a 1801 Investigations Specialist, GS12 at DoD with a total time of 5 months. Next is a 0301 Support Specialist, GS9 at the Department of Army with a total time of 3 months. Next is a 1035 Public Affairs Specialist, GS9 at DoD with a total time of 6 months and 2 weeks. Next is a Training Specialist, GS14 at HUD with a total time of 3 months and 3 weeks. Next is a Human Resource Specialist, GS9 at DoD with a total time of 3 months. Next is an IT Specialist, NH3 at DoD with a total time of 5 months and 1 week. Next is a Contract Specialist at the VA with a total time of 3 months and 3 weeks. And next is a Management and Program Analyst at the USDA with a total time of 2 months and 3 weeks. And if you crunch all of those numbers together, what you will get is an average of 4 months and 2 weeks. But if you were to ask me today, if you were to ask me tomorrow, hey, how long does it take to get a government job? I would tell you between 4 and 6 months. And this is going to depend on your agency, on how backed up the security team is, on how responsive the human resource professional is, and also how quickly are you getting back the necessary documents to your point of contact. Another reason a lot of people might not consider is the budget, because with the budget, you're looking at a fiscal budget. It comes to the end, at the end of September, beginning of October. That's the time where there's more contention, there's more conflict. Are we going to get this money? Do we have the right amount of money? There could be a job posting already listed. They have to pull it down. They have to cancel it. The money's not there. Or they make a selection. The person who was selected, they're left on the line for 2, 3, 4 months until there's resolution with the budget. Now with the security team, it's going to depend on your clearance level. So if you want a top secret, SCI clearance, that's going to take a while. It's going to take many months, probably over a year to get that thing finalized. If it's something that's a medium risk or low risk, maybe public trust background, that's not going to take that long. Now, another way that you can hold up things, the first way is if you don't turn in papers in a timely manner, but another way you can end up, messing up the whole thing is by negotiating your start date too far out. Most people, it's customary in this country to do a 2-week notice, right? So if you have a job right now, they're going to allow you 2 weeks. The human resource specialist is going to come back after the background check and everything is done. They're going to say, hey, what tentative start date works best for you? And sometimes they'll give you 2 different dates to choose from. They'll give you one that's 2 weeks away and one that's 3 weeks away or something like that. Now you can negotiate this date, but if you negotiate it too far, you could be in jeopardy of losing the job offer completely. And there's a story of a guy recently who did just that. He received a job offer. I believe he needed to start in the first week of May, but he had his daughter's graduation, and then there was a trip planned after that. So instead of starting May 1st, that's when the job offer was for. Instead of starting May 1st, he asked for June 15th or June 16th, about 6 or 7 weeks away. And the agency responded by just pulling the job offer. There was no more negotiations. He said he wasn't ready, and they moved on to another candidate. Now, when this happens, usually there's other very strong candidates waiting. This person might have been the number 1, but number 2 and 3, they were still strong. So the agency wanted somebody now. They ended up picking somebody else. He even reached back out to them and said, hey, wait a minute, I'm willing to compromise, but there was nothing left to compromise. The offer was off the table. The best thing to do in this type of situation is accept the job offer, and then once you start working, just communicate with your supervisor. Just talk to your supervisor, let them know your plans. 99% of supervisors are going to be understanding, especially when you first come on board. You have other things going on. But do not put yourself in a situation where you're in a standoff with HR and then HR doesn't care about you. A lot of times they'll just pull the offer. Now, speaking from my own experience, when I received my first job offer, when I accepted my first job offer, I was still in the Army. I was still showing up to work every day in uniform. So I requested a 4-week pushback, a 4-week movement of my start date, and they accepted it. Now, not every agency would have accepted it, so it was a risk I was taking, but it worked out for me. So if you do need to move it, 2 or 3, 4 weeks, I wouldn't probably consider anything further than 4 weeks. So here's the deal. Ultimately, everyone's timeline is going to be different. I can give you averages, but everyone's timeline is going to be unique to them. The most important thing is, are you applying? Are you applying? Are you interviewing? Hey, if you're not applying, if you're not on USA Jobs every day and you're serious about getting a government job, go ahead and close this window. Close this video out right now. Start applying right now. But before you start, you need to make sure your resume is strong. Not only strong, but relevant to the job announcement. You have relevant experience on that resume that communicates directly to the job announcement. Once that happens, you need to start applying daily. Okay, if you've been applying for weeks, maybe months, and it's not working out, I want to share with you a couple of reasons why it might not be working out for you. And if you want to learn those reasons, I want you to watch this video next. If you would like to see more videos like this, please click like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.